Hey gang, it's Ryan from Hesed here. It is Friday night, March. I don't know what the date is. I apologize. I've been staying at the shelter for the last few days, 24/7, and I'm a little sleepy and kind of lost track of time. Whatever date it is, though, it's the day that the governor shut down the state. So that gives you some context. Friday night. And I want to just give you some context as to what's happening at Hesed House, because Hesed House is a little bit unique because we can't shut down. So let me just kind of walk you through our plan of what we're going to do. So, all right, here's what we know. Hesed House is an essential service, so we will not be shutting down, period. We can't. But at the same time, we have to try to make space for people. We got to try to get that social distancing, which is so incredibly important. And we got to try to create space for the most vulnerable, the most high-risk individuals who are homeless so that they don't die. To do that, though, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to open a third shelter. Right now we have two shelters, the adult shelter and the family shelter, and we're going to open a third shelter. So here's where everybody's going to be. Shelter number one, families. They're going to stay put right where they are right now in the family shelter. They're doing great. We're going to keep them there. Secondly, though, the healthy adults are going to move into our new shelter, our warehouse shelter. Where is that going to be? Well, that is literally right where I am right now. So we're in the process right now of converting our warehouse into a shelter. Good news is we've done this before. We did this during the TB outbreak 10 years ago when we had to make space in the shelter so that we could overhaul the entire air handling system. So we're going to do that again. You can't tell right now, but we've got those huge things of indoor-outdoor carpeting. We're going to spread those on the ground because the ground's pretty gross. And then we're actually going to put tents in here because we think that the tents, will provide a little bit more heat because this is a warehouse, and the tents will provide a little bit more contagion control. So if people are coughing, they're coughing inside of a tent. So that's where the healthy adults are going to be. And then the higher risk individuals of a certain age and with immunocompromisation and whatnot, they're going to stay in the regular shelter. The idea is to keep them as far away from everybody else as possible so that because they're the highest risk. Now, what does that mean for you guys? What does that mean for the support that we need? Well, good you ask. Let me walk you through that. Volunteers. Right now we're saying no volunteer groups. So it doesn't make sense for people to be coming in, bringing whatever they're bringing in, and or possibly sharing whatever we have here. So we want to limit that number of people. But if your church or your group is scheduled to bring food, please drop off the food. We need that food. We just won't make it without that food. So please bring that food. If your group is not scheduled to bring food and you want to help out, good. Here's what you can do. Here's what we need. We're going to update this as we go, but as of right now, as of Friday night, we need bread, milk, sugar, drink mix, like lemonade or whatever, bottled water, and gift cards to grocery stores, because we suspect that not every group's going to be able to bring food, and we're going to have to buy some food, and this is kind of outside of our budget. So if you can help with those, let me flash that again. Currently, right now is bread, milk, sugar, drink mix, bottled water, and gift cards to grocery stores. We don't care which one. We're not picky. Walmart, Woodman's, Jewel, whatever. We'll take it. Also, I have to mention this. We are just financially, this was not in the budget, and we serve the most vulnerable, so we are just going to spend whatever it takes to keep people alive, and we're going to sort it out later. But if you can help with donations, we would really, really, really appreciate that. I mean, if you feel called to serve the most vulnerable, now's a really good time to help out. So that's what we need. What we don't need, please do not bring your clothes, toys, or furniture right now. We are working with a skeleton crew of staff, bare minimum staff, so that we can have some off-site people in case we have to send staff home and not let them in because they're sick. And so we don't have the capacity to process clothing and toys and whatnot. We want it, we just don't want it now. So please save it till after everything calms down. And then finally, did want to share with you this idea. Hey gang, you know what? We're going to get through this. And the way we're going to get through this is we're going to get through it together, because really that's what's exciting about this. I mean, if there's anything exciting about this, it's that we get to see what our community can really be when we decide to be a community, and that's what's happening right now. We are seeing individuals helping out the most vulnerable in ways that is just, it's just really cool to see. I'm not going to tear up on you, but it's really cool to see, and so thank you, which is my final thought. My final card here is Thank you for your care for the most vulnerable. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through this by caring for the most vulnerable. So thank you. You all are awesome, and I will see you around, but I'm not going to see you around right now because I'm staying at the shelter 24/7, and you're not allowed to come. But I will see you when this all ends, and thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.